Hi guys!
Hello.
So welcome to our new recording area. We have a recording area. We're gonna get a better light so that the natural light does not cut my face in half. And then Summer decided to join me this week for story time. But the story involves her, so
yeah,
she's here to listen to me talk mostly. I don't think there might be some. You can talk about what you thought and stuff. And the story is, how did we move in together? The story of how and why and what all happened with that. Because I've been questioned. I don't know if she has, but I have been questioned.
I mean, you're the one that talks to most people, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. So starts back in end of 2017. My dad was like, "No, I'm gonna move to England." Okay. Do you want to come with? And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'd love to move again." And that was like that. And then I struggled with the idea of moving halfway across the world, to another country while I was still having the majority of my life here. And then in March, I was like, I made up my mind. I actually really don't want to move. I don't know. Too stressful. You'd have to make a whole new friend group. Have to make a whole new social life. I knew everything, and I wasn't really getting BMO over there would be a hassle. I would most likely have to choose between keeping the cat and the dog, and that just was a little stressful.
It's like, no thanks, not interested. 10 out of 10 do not recommend.
So, then, Summer had talked to one of our older friends that they were going to move in together. And I was like, I haven't heard anything about that recently. Maybe I'll call her up and see if she wants to move in. So I call her up, hi, because my dad was like, that's fine, but you need to find somebody who can live here with you. Because we got the apartment that my dad and I have been living in since we moved back. And call her up, I'm like, hi. So you don't have to answer me right now. You can think about it for a few days. You don't have to answer me. I just have a really important question. It's very important. And we don't call each other, so I already knew that I'd probably freaked her out because I called her. But it was, I needed to tell her. And it's a lot easier to ask a very important, serious question because this is very serious stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Over the phone than over a text. And so I was like, hey, yeah, man, I've decided I'm not moving. You want to come move in with me? I know you wanted to move in with Stina. You're like, you don't have to answer me right now. And I was scared. Crapless. I don't know. An abbreviation to it. A nicer. I was scared. Let's go with that. Very panicked because I was like, who else would I move in with? Do I have to get a smaller apartment? Because I definitely want to keep my pets. And she just said yes. She didn't even hesitate. She just yeah. And I was like, wait, really? It's like, yeah, I'll move in. It's like, okay. And I'm running to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, she said it, she'll move in. It's fine. Yeah. And my dad was like, okay, cool. Then my dad had all these serious questions, this is how you pay these bills. This is how you do all this stuff. Because my dad paid the bills beforehand. Now I pay those bills. And so if Summer moves out, I'd probably have to tell her how to pay the bills, how to pay those bills that are not.
That'd be an idea,
My bank was very helpful because my dad and I have the same bank head person, the person who is associated with your
manager, whatever you want to call it.
That you can go in and speak with. I don't know how that works everywhere else. We have that. And so he was like, oh, no problem. You come down when you first get these bills and we'll make it automatic and we'll set it up so that it all works. Don't worry. And then I was, I asked a million questions because, it's money. Money is a scary thing to work with because if you run out, that's it. Then you're screwed. And then my dad moved out. We had been packing summer stuff in the summertime and we had so much fun. We were having a grand time. We were buying new things for the apartment. We had a few other things, and so it wasn't a hard decision of who I would move in with, but it was just a very scary, panicked situation of how do I make it work? And, like, we were having a grand time in the summertime. I don't even remember what we did. 2018. I went to the U.S. That was the year I went to the U.S.
I think we went to the summer house with my mom.
Oh, yeah.
And her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And kids.
Yeah, and then late August of 2018, my dad skedoodled, and we got the house, and it was ours, and we have a label maker. We're so adults that we have label makers, and had to, like, make new labels for the door and the mailbox because needed to make sure she officially lived here so she could receive mail and it not be illegal or any sort of problem with that.
Yeah.
And then I think the funniest thing is usually telling friends, it's like, oh, yeah, I have my own apartment at 19. I also have power tools and, like, 90% of anything else that, like, you could need. And then you ask anybody else who's, like, recently moved out, and what do they have? Like, a bed and this, and they have, like,
a TV,
35 square meters.
Furniture.
They have so little space, and it's like, oh, we have 3 bedrooms, a big living room, a kitchen, a hallway, a bathroom, 2 pets. It is so fun to watch people get, like, you have 2 pets? Yeah. And we pay their medical bills. BMO's very expensive. Do what now? Yeah. Oh, and then we pay rent. Yeah. Pay the energy bill. We pay the electricity bill. What else do we pay? That's bills.
I got my phone.
Oh, phones.
Netflix.
Yeah, phones.
We have the Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox. Yeah, but these are also every 3 months things. So that's not bad because we also have a savings. So every month we put away for the savings so that all of this doesn't accumulate in high quantities and we are unable to pay them. Because the energy can get quite extensive, and it depends on what we've been doing the past 3 months. And then the internet is the same price every month.
Yeah.
I get it cheaper because I pay with a credit card. Which is also fun to tell people, oh, you have a credit card. It's like, yeah, I got a credit card when I turned 18. Your parents trusted you with that? Yeah. Couldn't pay my dentist bill. I had to pay it with a phone app we have called Mobile Pay, or, I mean, it's kind of like Cash App or whatever the app is called. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Or PayPal. I don't care. Although, you had to pay it through that because they only took credit cards because, I don't know, that's how it worked. Yeah.
And it's not all places where you can pay with Mobile Pay, so if you don't have the specific card you need,
which would be a credit card.
Yeah. Then you would have to go somewhere where you can take out money.
Yeah, which is just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it really works well to have one of these credit cards because it saved us in a lot of situations of having to take out cash or awkward situations of, oh, blah, blah, blah. Or when we're not exactly, we went out and we're going to buy something. We're like, I don't know if I have enough money for this currently, because we knew we were going to use savings, and then I can just use a credit card, overtake my account, and then I can put the money back on my account.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier. Or when we do food runs and stuff, which we have a food card for. I specifically got a food card so that we have a specific amount of money we can spend per month on and I don't have to sit and look at my main account, which would be my spend, like what I'm allowed to spend or what she's allowed to spend or whatever grouping amount of spending for coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit there and deduct every few months trying to like keep track of it. It would be hard. Yeah. So we just have a separate account. It's inside my account, in my name.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot easier, I find. And people always, my dad was like, that's a bit weird that you want to do that. I think it's smart. And now my dad thinks it's smart. So that's nice. And we've turned the spare bedroom into a filming place. We got this nifty little couch thingy specifically for that. We haven't decorated behind us. Yes. I plan to.
Eventually.
And then it's also like a part storage room. But it's still fun to be 21 and 22 and have the amount of things that you would think like a 35-year-old would have in their house. But we have it instead. It's like, yeah, we have power drills and we have this and, you know, and your family members going, oh, do you need anything for your apartment?
It's so funny because my birthday is in the end of July. So I kept getting questions like, you know, oh, don't you wish for stuff for the house? Like, do you need anything for the kitchen? And I'm like, no, we don't need anything because I'm moving in somewhere that already has everything, and like the Christmas that year is like, oh, do you need anything for the house? No, not really.
Oh, what do we ask for? Pans. I got a pan.
We got the blender for my birthday last year.
Yeah. So the only things that we really want in the house that we're currently missing is like a mixer, like a stand mixer. But that's just because I make our own breads, make our own doughs, make cookies. Stuff like that won't take a million years to do by hand. Yeah. And my joints aren't going to be screaming.
Yeah.
Because I usually need help because of my wrist starts swelling. And then a sewing machine. And sewing machines, I found a few for like 500 kroner, which I don't find to be bad, but it's just mainly because my clothes get too big and I would like to make them smaller and I don't want to sit there for 20 years sewing them up by hand. I mean, I do if it's small things, like, a strap, like 2 straps that just need to be made smaller. Like on my gala dress, it was so long. And so I just sewed them up by hand because that was easier. Yeah. But no need for a sewing machine there anyways. I wouldn't have used a sewing machine for that. No. But to like sew up a shirt on the sides, I would rather just have a sewing machine to go done. Yeah. And then I think that's about it. We got a few other things where it's just like we want a shoe cabinet, but that's for BMO stuff. And like, sure, we're still missing stuff around the house, but it's not too bad. Oh, we got an IKEA gift card from your aunt and uncle, which was nice. We're going to IKEA. IKEA is coming. Tax returns is literally
like right around the corner.
Coming. I am so excited. So March, we get to know how much we get back in tax returns. And Camera Boy is excited because not only do you get reimbursed here for paying to drive for your work, you also get paid back what you paid too much of. So people who drive very far away for their work, they get a decent amount of tax returns. And for us, I don't know. I mean, I hope to get some. It doesn't mean it's going to be extensive. I
think, what did I get last year? 110 kroner or something?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was complaining about it.
Yeah, I got 3,000 and something. And I still don't understand how I managed to get 3,000. Almost, we had 4,000 together, for a little over 4,000. And I'm really hoping that we get a decent amount this month so we can put away, we can go to IKEA and get what we need, because I would really like it to be like our second to last. I would love it to be our last, but I really don't think we'll have the money for that, because we need some, what are they called in English? Dresser. We need a dresser. We need 2 dressers. And we need a few things in here, and it's mainly just we need a few storagey items, and we need a few things here and there, and they add up, so it gets expensive over the amount of what we need. Yeah. But that's just how it is, and that's okay. And then new clothes for me, because I have no summer clothes that fit me, and it's very frustrating. Looking at the summer months coming, and it's like, oh, it might be 30... They're thinking we're going to get hit with like 30 to 35 here. And it's like, okay, well, I have no clothes that can tolerate that kind of weather because I lost too much weight for that. Yeah. All my clothes are a size large.
Need shorts and maybe a shirt here and there. Like.
Yeah, but like that's one thing and easier to buy. So much easier to buy. So I just go on ASOS and get you what we got the last few times. Yeah. That, and you can probably buy H&M crap at that point. Oh, yeah. And then you've got the rest of your weight loss, and then we buy hardcore goth stuff afterwards, Oh,
yeah. Go full aesthetic,
Full everything. I'm working on that. It's expensive, and now that I've lost enough weight, I can now go, okay, well, I'm a small, extra small, so there you go. And, if I lose a bit more how I want, then I'll still fit it, and it won't be too freaking big. Yeah. But right now, everything fits me like I'm... it was an extra large when I got it, and it's a size medium, and I'm like, why are you so big? But yeah, I always find it really funny to tell people that it's like, yeah, no, I just rung her up and was like, hey, you want to move in? And she was just like, yeah! Like,
I was just at home, full-on potato playing Sims 4, getting a call saying, do you want to move in with me in August? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but it's like, and it's like, a lot of people, we didn't really have the stress of moving. No. I didn't feel stressed about you moving in. I didn't feel stressed about my dad moving out. Except, like, stuff he needed to take with him and stuff he left here. Like, we've got stuff in the basement that's still his, that I call his, because it's valuable items that need to not be thrown out because I have no use for them, and our collection of cables, and we got everything in this house that we could ever possibly need, and then we go and buy more.
But I think it also helped that I didn't have a lot of furniture to move in. Like, I didn't really have any furniture.
Which
like,
is so nice.
It's just my stuff.
Yeah, but that's nice. Yeah, no, I'm glad we didn't have to deal with that kind of stress of moving. Yeah. I would love to move out of this place at some point, but it's like, I like where we live. And, like, we live in a good community, good housing, good landlord.
But it would also be nice to move somewhere with more space, a yard for Bima to run around. A
yard would be really nice. Like, also a different layout, I think, is an issue. Like, if the living room was a bit smaller and this room that we're sat in now was a bit bigger, I wouldn't have an issue with size. Also, just the fact that furniture is so expensive, trying to get more furniture. Like, we replaced a lot of my old furniture that we got secondhand.
On our IKEA trip last year.
Yeah, actually. So we got a lot of stuff. That's where our bookcases and stuff are from. Yeah. And making sure that the house looks nice. Because at the end, then I'd like to, like, eventually get, like, gothic decor. Like, I don't care. Alternative decor, like, we have a few skulls that are not real. They're all acrylic. Dog's having a great time. She's not happy to be locked out of the room. But the first time we tried to record this, she was licking her feet and being really annoying and noisy.
All you could just hear was just...
Yeah.
Which is not nice.
Yeah. Well, I think that is it for this video.
Yeah.
I really hope you enjoyed listening to us ramble. We should just make a podcast at this point.
Oh, yeah, at this point.
But we will see you all next week. And before we sign off here, before we wave goodbye, check out our Instagram. We're doing book recommendations once a week. So if you're into books, go and check us out. We've got a library of so many books you have no idea.
Yep.
We are going to be doing gaming videos. So if you like gaming, check it out. Be excited. There will be, and it won't just be on Friday, we will be recording many of those. We'll be doing about 30 minutes. I feel like that's roughly what people enjoy. Yeah. I enjoy a good 30-minute video when it comes to gaming. I don't like short ones. Only like an hour and a half when it comes to live streams and stuff like that. But anyways, it'll be 30 minutes.
Like long, like story-based games. Then I also enjoy them being a bit longer than 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll do 45 minutes. So they'll be about 30 minutes, 45 minutes because we're going to be playing Stardew. Maybe we'll do some Skyrim. Maybe we'll do The Witcher 3. We don't know. We're big gamers. We have a huge collection. It is incredible. And maybe we'll do other things, but do look forward to those. And they won't be posted on Fridays. They will actually be posted Tuesday, Wednesday. So, because we'll be recording them in big batches.
Yeah.
Batches, whatever you want to call them.
Sections.
In big sections. So, it won't take much of any kind of editing that...
Yeah. It'll mostly be raw and uncut.
Yeah, but I like that when it comes to gaming videos. I really like when it's just raw and uncut and you watch them run around for like 20 minutes
and they
not knowing what they're
talking
doing.
About God knows what.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys will look forward to that. If not, you know what? That's okay. You don't have to be interested. I'm excited for it because I love gaming and I would love to share something that I enjoy with the world, and I can look back on it and laugh at myself for how cringy I was. Yeah. So, now we're signing off. See you guys next week.
See you.